All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to do our daily Bitcoin and Bitcoin miner update. We're going to go through the big board, see how the Bitcoin miners did. It was a good day today. Bitcoin was also up today. So let's take a look at how that compares to the charts and what I've been predicting is going to happen. So we talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners all the time on this channel. If that is content that you're interested in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, if everybody would please smash the like button, it helps this video out a lot and it helps get it to a lot more people. So I want to thank everybody. I really appreciate all of the likes and the comments. I do try to read all the comments, so I appreciate those as well. Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is surprising me a little bit over the last few days, so I'm going to go through what my expectations were and what's actually happened. So let's start by looking at the Bitcoin miner big board. So you'll see this was mostly a green day, and some of these things were very green today. So it was hit or miss. There was a few that were deep in the red, but the majority of the board was green. I'm going to start with the red first. DigiHost was down 6%. Gree was down 3%. Cypher was down 3%. And Mawson was down over 10%. Now, I did do a separate video today on Mawson, so if you want to check that out, you can click right here, and there's something specific going on with them. They just put out their second quarter results, so obviously I think the market felt approximately how I did about that, and they had a tough day. Other than that, the rest of the entire board is green, so leading the way was Hive, which was up almost 11% on the day today. Marathon was up 6%, so that was a big mover. Core Scientific was up almost 5%. Most of the rest of these were up 1 or 2 or 3%, but still nice moves to the upside, and they kind of matched what Bitcoin did. So that's the first time that's happened in a while. Also, the equity markets were pretty flat today, so they were not dragging down the Bitcoin miners, and Bitcoin was up. So the Bitcoin miner big board makes sense to me. Later in the video, I'm going to talk about two options on two different Bitcoin miners that I am looking at. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at potentially buying and at what price point and all that stuff. Let's go to Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame, and we'll just take a look at what happened today. So as always, there's an orange line from where the market closed yesterday. So when the equity markets closed yesterday, Bitcoin was at $21,055. Right now, it's up a little bit. We're after trading hours now. We're at about $21,480. So Bitcoin was up about $400 on the day. If I look at it that as a percent, this is actually where we closed the equity markets today. So that was more like 21,528, and that's up over 2%, about 2.3%. So nice move to the upside for Bitcoin today, but still trading in a very, very tight range. So I want to go to the 4-hour chart and take a look at that. Okay, so I'm going to start zoomed out on the 4-hour time frame. So this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Each one of these candles represents 4 hours. So you can see I'm zoomed out a little. This goes all the way back to the middle of June when the relief rally started. So you can see, as I've been reiterating on the channel, this was a very nice relief rally. This lasted almost 2 months. This was about a 43, almost 44% relief rally from the bottom in June to the top in August. So very strong relief rally. If you're new to the channel, or if you've watched our videos all along, you'll know that we talked about that the entire time up. So I spent about 7 weeks talking about a relief rally. I did call the end of the relief rally, in my opinion, last week. So you're going to see on this chart, and that's why I'm zoomed out here, you're going to see we broke through these two important lines of support. So to me, once we did that on this very big red candle right here, I thought we were outside of our trading range. We're clearly outside of this trading range, and I feel like the next move is to the downside. Having said that, we are now 5 days into going sideways, so this is not at all uncommon. I had 4 lines of potential support, so depending on how deep this turnaround is. So I'm calling this the bottoming out process. I think we were in clearly a bear market for 8 or 9 months. We had a very nice relief rally for almost 2 months. Right now, that relief rally is over, in my opinion, and we're going through the bottoming process. We did bottom out. I believe the bottom was back in the middle of June at around 17,500. So that is one of my price targets. It would not be at all unusual to revisit that bottom again. But if we do so, I think it will be for an extremely short period of time. And also, I think the more likely points, the points that I'm looking for, are this green line at around $19,200 and the pink line just under $20,000. So to me, those are my two more realistic price targets. I'm targeting the $19,200 green line. And again, this is not financial advice. I don't know where Bitcoin is going any more than you do. So I'm just trying to read the charts, and I'm not going to go too deep into the technicals. We spent a lot of videos very deep into the technical analysis. So if you want a deeper dive into the technicals, check out any of my last several videos, because we went pretty deep into the RSI as well as the MACD. So we did all of that. For now, I'm going to say we seem to have found some support here at this very first line. So my optimistic price target was this blue line at 20,718. And we do seem to have found some support at that line. So at the moment, that line is serving as support, but you'll see we're in a very tight trading range. From the bottom to the top, this is about 6%. So that's about a $1,200 range. It's about a 6% range, and that's been over the course of 5 days. So that is a very sideways movement in Bitcoin. So again, if we're lucky, maybe this was the bottom. I really don't think that it was. We could go so far as to retest this purple line. I don't think we're going to get all the way back up here, but that could happen. What I think is more likely is that we're going to have some more sideways activity and then start to head down to lower points. So again, this is just my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is how I am playing the Bitcoin miners. Okay, so I switched over to Bitcoin on the 1 day time frame. So you'll see here, we had this gigantic red candle. This was now 5 days ago. So that was a clear breakout to the downside. We broke down past this very important line of support, which is the 200-week moving average. So Bitcoin has only been below this only 2 other times in its history. So here on this run, we had an extended stay under this for about a month. That has never happened before. And now we've dipped back below it again. So this is all very bearish activity, and it's why I feel like this is the bottoming out process, because in a lot of ways, this is the most bearish Bitcoin activity we've ever had. You'll see these 4 lines are my different potential price targets, so I don't know where we're going to land. Like I said, it is possible we could go all the way back and retest our lows from June. That's not out of the question, so that's at around 17,500. But at the moment, this shows you real clearly the day that we had this gigantic red candle, it did catch itself at this blue line. That created support for that day and the next day, and we moved up since then. So we'll see. Again, this is a little bit sideways, but positive price action so far over the last 4 days. I'm just going to look at one of the technical analysis here. This is the RSI on the daily time frame. We're currently sitting at around 40. So as we linger around here, over 30 and under 50, this is kind of the neutral zone. I don't expect to get over 50, but technically we could have a run all the way up to 50 on the daily RSI before we head back down. But I am expecting to head back down to a lower spot. I do expect to revisit 20 or 25 on the daily RSI. That would be a full reset. That would represent an oversold position, and we could start to reset ourselves and start to move back in the right direction. Until then, this is mostly just sideways activity in my opinion. It does tend to be leaning to the upside, so there is potentially some money to be made in the middle if you're playing that. I'm not really playing it that way because I don't know how long we're going to go sideways and up. Right now, for me, I believe the pressure is more down. So whether that takes a week or 2 weeks or a month, I'm not sure. I do want to show you guys 2 options that I'm looking to buy. So again, I talk about options all the time on the channel, and I don't really spend a lot of time going through what I do with them. So on the Friday live streams, we talk about this quite a bit. We do a live stream every Friday after the market closes, so you're welcome to join us there. So I want to show you 2 options that I am looking to add to the portfolio. Okay, this first option is the Bitfarms January 2023 $1.50 strike point. This is a call. So again, I'm waiting for a pullback. This is not at the price that I want to buy it yet. It's currently trading at 48 cents. It was actually up 14% today, so it's headed in the wrong direction. I have a price target in mind for this. This expires in about 5 months, so some would call this a leap option. It's a little bit shorter than that. If I go back to July 15th, so that was over a month ago, this particular option got as low as 28 cents. And then we had our nice, that was in the middle of our relief rally. Then we had a nice rally up, and this option got all the way up to 93 cents. So that is more than a triple. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the potential upside of a 3x or a 5x or more, if the run continues. So I'm not going to buy this at 48 cents. I'm not going to be greedy either and wait all the way down to 28 cents, but I am going to wait until 30 cents. So if this option gets down to 30 cents, and again, we would need Bitcoin to take its next move to the downside in order for that to happen. If this is as low as Bitcoin goes and it's up from here, well, then that is great news for everybody. I won't get to buy this option, but obviously I still have a full position in all of my Bitcoin miners. If that's the case, that's the case. But I do believe there will be an opportunity. I'm going to be looking for 30 cents. 30 cents gets me more than a triple if we just get back to where we were, and I think we could go well past that by January of 2023. So I think this is a good opportunity for a potential 3x to 5x. And that's what I'm looking for on an option. So again, I'm not ready to buy this. I'm not buying this at 48 cents. I'm going to wait all the way to 30 cents. Even 35 cents would give you a very legitimate shot at a triple. So you guys have to decide whether this is the right time frame and the right strike point and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just showing you how I look at these, and this is how I'm looking at this one. And I'll just show you one more real quickly. Okay, this is HUT. This is, again, the January 2023 call option. This is for $2.50. Right now, this is trading at 63 cents, so that is not where I'm looking to buy it. This was up 12.5% today, so again, it moved in the wrong direction. So if I go back to July 15th again, which was the same day we did on the last option, this got all the way down to 33 cents. From there, it got to $1.54 in the middle of August, so that's almost a 5x. So I don't need to wait for this to get down to 33 cents. I may be more likely to look at this anywhere from 35 cents to 40 cents. That gives me my very legitimate chance at a triple and still maybe a 5x if Bitcoin does what I think it's going to do between now and January. So again, 35 to 40 cents would be more my price target on this one. It's at 63 cents right now, so that seems very far away. But if we start to hit, maybe this pink line or this green line, then those options are likely to get down to those numbers that I was talking about. And certainly if we get down to the red line, they may get even lower than that. So if so, I would dollar cost average in beyond that. So we'll have to wait and see. Today was a good day in Bitcoin. It was a good day for most of the Bitcoin miners. That's a little bit of the insight as to how this is when I buy calls. So we do a lot of different things. Sometimes I'll buy puts or sell calls. So we can talk about those in future videos. Let me know in the comments below what you want to hear more about. So that's all I've got for you today on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. Thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again.